Alright guys, what is up, man? It's Nova Ease, as always, and on a weekly basis, Nova Ease is chilling. You thought it wasn't coming, didn't you? Yeah, it's always there. I always got some way to introduce myself because that's just me, man. I gotta make sure you know who you're talking to or listening to. You mean you can say something, I might not answer you, but you can talk to me. You know what I mean? At least right now. Put in the comments if anything else. But talking with ease, I got some, of course, Gears of War footage in the background. A pretty interesting game. I go even. I think I go 8-8 in this game. And it's a crazy little comeback that happens in the beginning. These guys that were going against kind of spawn camping. I'm just playing random people. But anyway, getting into the person that I took the advice from, or not the advice, but the topic from last week. I'm going to use the other half of that topic. And also, please, tell me what you want me to talk about. Give me a topic. I'm doing this right now because you guys didn't really give me a topic. I always appreciate the love, though. You guys, you know, show nothing but love. You give me the compliments. You know, Mr. Novagow, whichever your real name is, you know, saying I'm one of your favorite commentators. Hey, I love it, man. I love it to death. But, like I said, guys, give me a topic so that I can talk about it next week. Something that's probably going on in your personal life, or just something you think that I should touch on, going on in the world. So, you know, just a little something. But yeah, jumping right into this person right here. I think I'm gonna pop it quick on the screen before this game starts, or while the game is starting, whichever happens first, whichever happens last. And I'm gonna talk to the other half of that. He said he wants me to touch on Gears, Judgment, that is. Last week I did that topic on drugs and depression and relation. They go very well together. They are hand in hand. But we're going to talk about Judgment. I'm not going to talk about Judgment in the fact of me talking about, let's say, the things that we should know. You know, I'm not going to give you the news about what's going to come out in Judgment and things of that nature. If you're looking for news as far as that is concerned, I'm not gonna give it to you. I'm repeating myself in different ways, I guess. But what I want to talk about is from like a fan standpoint, because what I'm doing right now is kind of a little out of my element, but I'm bringing it back to the fan base element. I'm trying not to look up anything on Gears of War Judgment. I'm just going off of what I'm hearing from people that decide that want to talk about it when I'm in the same room. You get what I'm going? I'm not trying to look for nothing really Gears Judgment, because a lot of people are talking bad about it. You know, they're saying they're taking out this, they're adding that, they're corrupting this. You know, I don't know what to think about it, you know? So I'm just going to wait. I still haven't pre-ordered it because I just don't have any time to pre-order it. I gotta find time to just go to the store real quick and just put the $5 on, and you know, just do that so that when it comes down and I'm ready for it, everything will be good and smooth going. And you know, I'm gonna get it. You know, regardless of what anybody else says, I'm going to get it. You know, everybody from Epic Games left, just about. I mean, Cliff Blazinski left, Rod Ferguson left, a couple other people that I don't know who they are, I believe, left from Epic, and also People Can Fly. So, you know, it's like there's this balance of, is this a good thing or is it a bad thing? Now, we just don't know. It's going to have to be in the same reigns and in the same atmosphere as Halo 4 was when 343 Studios took control of that and Bungie decided that it's time to go their separate ways. You know, it's just what happens. It's the process of life, and it's been happening for years since games have been out. It's just that now that we are a more social public, you know, the media is more out there now. We have reality shows that really show things that happen. We really know these creators. We see them play games just like us. We see them on TV. It's just becoming more personal in our lives now. I mean, a lot of you are already used to this since you were a kid because that's just all you know. But somebody like me in my generation, I'm almost 30. I got 3 years to go. Well, 2.5 years to go till I'm 30. It wasn't like this a while back, you know. You wouldn't know the guy that made the Nintendo. You just knew that there was a Nintendo. You know, I didn't know what the guy looked like until like a few years ago. Well, 6 years ago, he started showing his face. He's like, oh, that's who he is. That's the creator. Okay, that's cool. Oh, that's the guy that did Ninja Gaiden. Oh shit, didn't know he looked like that. He's kind of creepy with the shades on all the time everywhere he goes, but he seems cool. You know what I mean? These things are happening like this, so it's making us feel different about how these games are gonna develop, because we're more involved with the process of how they make games, because it's a lot of, you know, I guess public relations, I guess you could say, maybe that's the right term to use with it. But you know, it's a lot that's involved when it comes to making these games, and I believe that we have to have a lot of faith. But you know, the good thing about not having the faith, which I'm gonna give a prime example, was Halo 4. A lot of people, pretty much everybody, didn't expect Halo 4 to be as good as it was. I sure as hell didn't. You know, after Halo ODST and Halo Reach came out, it was, I don't know. I was a Halo fan from day one. I was one of the first people of my group of friends that had an Xbox. Nobody really wanted to buy it because of that huge controller. You know, I'm proud to say that I put my friends onto it, and they got past the huge Xbox controller, that original controller, and said, yo, Halo is crazy. And we were playing against each other, split screening, you know what I mean? Before multiplayer was out. And then they came out with Halo 2. It was like, that was it. It's about time. You know what I mean? And it was just, it was crack. You know, I'm not telling you to do crack. Crack is addicting. This is what I'm saying. It was crack. You get the comparison? You get what I'm saying? So that was what it was, and then it just evolved. And when it just died out like that, it's like, damn. What are we gonna do now? They're gonna come out with a Halo 4? Who? 3-4 what? Studio? It comes out and it's like, boom. And you can't help but love it because it's done so perfectly well. Now, this is what I am expecting from Gears of War, but like I said earlier, this is in the same realm, in the same atmosphere as Halo 4, because so much has fallen away from it, away from what we grew and loved from when Gears of War first came out. You know, like I said, I put my friends on the Halo. My boy Sangre Fria, if you ever see me play with him in past games of Gears of War or Call of Duty, he put us on to Gears. He was the first person. I didn't know what the hell Gears was. I had an Xbox 360 maybe like a few months after it came out, but I never knew about Gears. He was always like, yo, you gotta get Gears of War. This game coming out, Gears of War. I never paid attention because I was still stuck on these fighting games. And then when I finally played it and seen him played it, both with whichever it was like, yo, this is insane. Now, for it to last this much years, this many years, it's to the point where it's like, damn, you really don't want to see it die. You really don't. You're in love with what Gears of War is, the world, the universe, the stories, the characters, the multiplayer experience. You know, the fun that you had, those moments that you weren't able to capture before. You know, now we have new technology with video capture cards. With HD technology in them, and you can capture those moments and put them on YouTube or show them to your friends just to say, yo, I did this. Put the montages together. You know, that was what I loved about Gears of War. Games like Gears of War, games like Call of Duty, even a sport game like Madden. You know, Madden or NBA 2K. Sorry, NBA Live, you ain't on there no more because, you know, you ain't making it no more. I don't know what's the matter with them over there, EA Sports, but they need to tighten up. And also FIFA. These are games that you just have these ridiculous moments, and when they die, it's like, damn, what am I gonna do now? Is Gears of War gonna really truly die, come to an end? I don't know. But a lot of us that are true Gears fans since Gears of War 1 are starting to kind of feel that way. We've actually been feeling that way since Gears of War 3 came out. And like, it's Gears of War 3 now. What else are they going to come out with? Maybe they might come out with a Gears of War 4, but it's getting stale. And if anybody knows anything about Epic Games, you know, when Cliff Bleszinski was with them in Unreal Tournament was like that. That was it right there. I remember Unreal Tournament on their PC. I fell in love with that game. Sangre Fria introduced me to that too, and we used to play the hell out of that. And then it just kind of dies out, and then here comes Gears of War just to kind of fill that void. Even those Juggernaut characters look like the Gears characters. That's where they got the motivation from, I believe. And characters like I believe the black guy in Unreal named Marcus. He wears the green uniform. He's like a soldier. It's like that whole influence. I was waiting for them to come out with another one that influenced Gears of War, or that was from influence from a game like Gears of War. You know what I'm saying? Another gory, ridiculous game that just sets the standard of how a third-person game should be, or how a first-person game should be, or how a slasher should be. maybe they'll come out with a slasher. Maybe Cliff Bleszinski's got his hands palms rubbing together. He's thinking about making a slasher, maybe a samurai game. You know, if somebody with his mindset and the team that he wants to develop ever makes a game in that sense, it's gonna be awesome. Because we saw Unreal Tournament, and we saw Gears of War, and it's nothing but forward progression and the technology that they keep bringing with the Unreal Engine and stuff like that. So, you know, Gears of War Judgment is hopefully not going to be the last of a game in that sense, I guess, if that makes any sense. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I talked long enough. I can't talk long enough, I should say, or I gotta shorten it down because I'm looking at the timer. It's almost 11 minutes. And yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. As always, as always, and thanks for the love again and again. Let me know what the topic is for next week. If not, I'll just bring up something off the head. But y'all know what to do, man. Be easy.